This week on Premier Preps, spring is in the air, and we jump headfirst into the spring sports action. SFL baseball between Oak Ridge and Jesuit, GEL softball between Destiny Christian and Rio Linda, and a crosstown throwdown in boys volleyball between Folsom and Vista del Lago. And we check in with Del Oro softball after its 1-month social media detox. We springboard into Premier Preps. Welcome to the first official spring episode of Premier Preps. I'm your host, Nick Pecoraro. Thank you, as always, for tuning in on your Sunday. We've got a great show lined up, but first, I want to give a quick shout out to one of our brand new sponsors. iPCR is the easiest to use electronic patient care reporting system on the market. Cutting-edge software intended for emergency response teams to seamlessly transfer information while focusing on their patients. A huge thank you to iPCR. Visit ipcrems.com for more info. We'll have more new sponsors that I'm excited to announce later in the show, but first, we start with our first bit of Premier Preps baseball coverage for 2025. And what better way to start than with arguably the top league in the section, the Sierra Foothill League, opened play this week with Oak Ridge and Jesuit. Lots of wins under the belts of head coaches Todd Melton and Joe Patolny, but in this league, no wins come easy. Who would jump out to a 1-0 start, the Trojans or the Marauders, in Game 1 of a 3-game set on Tuesday? Oh, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Well, maybe not me. I'm in my 40s. I will strain something. But certainly Oak Ridge and Jesuit were ready to open SFL play on Tuesday. Top one, Jason Womack with the leadoff knock to center field to get things going for the Trojans. But Jesuit starter Owen Page gets backed up by his defense. The 4-6-3 double play, Tate Jackson to Sammy Kane to Eric Erdman to end the top of the first. But Oak Ridge brought its gloves on Tuesday as well. Bottom one, man on first. Erdman chops it to pitcher Jackson Malloy, who goes 1-6-3. Jason Alexander with the turn. Alex Bentley with the stretch. No score after one. Top two, Trojans load him up with one out, and Alexander Bentley comes through with an opposite field RBI knock. That'll score Captain Jack Spiro, and Oak Ridge takes a 1-0 lead. Later in the inning, Ben Rancy with kind of a jam shot to short, not hit hard enough for a double play. Jesuit gets one, but Jason Alexander comes in to score, and Oak Ridge leads 2-0 after two. There was some amazing defense from both teams in this game. Check out Big Red shortstop Sammy Kane with the backhand. That's a future LSU Tiger right there. But then check out this play. I had to watch it a couple times to really see what happened. Second baseman Tate Jackson with the backhand. But if you slow it down, Tate goes behind the back for the exchange. Somebody get the Savannah Bananas on the phone. Okay, bottom five now. Jesuit looking to rally. Aiden McKinnon with a tricky grounder to first. There's a bobble, and he hustles to beat it out. And the Marauders are in business with two men on. Trojan starter Jackson Malloy doesn't have super overpowering stuff, but he had just enough for the punch-out to get out of the jam, holding on to a 2-0 lead. Top seven, how about center fielder Jordan Walsikowski? I told you there was some great defense in this game. That catch keeps it a 2-run game going to the bottom of the seventh. But Oak Ridge left fielder Jason Womack says, anything you can do, I can do better. Full extension for out number two. I could do my whole Plays of the Week segment just based off the defense in this game. But Jesuit brings the go-ahead run to the plate. Noah Nowaski on in relief, trying to shut the door for the Trojans, and he gets the game-ending strikeout. 2-0 Oak Ridge. Trojans open SFL play with a win.
Kind of at the beginning of this entire season, we were just kind of viewed as a team that was going to be bottom of the SFL. We played in such a good league. The thing that I'm going to remember about this one is just our competitiveness and the guys playing defense for me. There was a lot of hard hit balls. They're a really talented squad, and they really saved my butt a couple times there. So I expect people to keep thinking we're the underdogs, and we love that because we're going to come out here no matter who you are, and we're going to give you a run for your money.
Now that we've got some baseball under our belts, it's time to take a look at our Big Picture Baseball Top 10 presented by LENIE'S Pictures. Folks, LENIE'S Pictures has you covered with great action shots, custom team and individual banners, and much more. Visit LENIE'spictures.com and follow them on social media to find out all the games that they cover throughout the week. These rankings are far from perfect, but it's still early and they'll sort themselves out throughout the season. So let's take a look at our first Big Picture Top 10 baseball rankings presented by LENI'S Pictures. Can't get enough high school sports in Sacramento? Well, Premier Preps has got you covered like no one else. You want game highlights? We got you. You want local insight? We got you. You want inspirational feature stories? We've got you. How about exclusive interviews with prominent players and coaches in the area? We got you. Scores, updates, top plays, and much, much more every Sunday at 5 o'clock during the high school season on YouTube. We look back at the week that was and keep you updated on who's got next. So follow along on social media and subscribe on YouTube to Premier Preps with me, Nick Pecoraro, because it's giving Sacramento high school sports the coverage it deserves. Formerly known as Capital Christian, the campus on Mayhew Road in Rancho Cordova became Destiny Christian this year. A new name, but many of the same faces return. Players who helped win back-to-back NorCal championships coming into this year. The Lions opened up Golden Empire League play on Thursday night at Rio Linda, which is also off to a hot start at 7-1 entering last week. Destiny Christian and Rio Linda on Thursday night. Get ready to see one of the most incredible performances you'll ever see from a softball player. Folks, if you don't know who Ayla Tuua is by now, that's your bad, but you gonna learn today. Destiny at Rio Linda, top one. Tuua not getting off to a great start at the plate. Night starter Kiera Wagoner strikes her out, but Ayla shakes it off and says, all right, bet. Bottom one, Tuua goes good morning, good afternoon, and good night. 3 strikeouts in order, and she was just getting warmed up. But Rio Linda's Kiera Wagoner was matching zeros through 3. Here she is getting the inning-ending punch out and stranding a runner in scoring position. But top 4 we go, Destiny putting something together. Freshman Aubrey Joyner laces one to left. That'll put runners at second and third with 2 out for Sophia Fontaine, who comes through with an RBI knock. But let this be a lesson to anyone who plays Rio Linda from now on. Do not run on center fielder Liv Johnson. An absolute BB to get the runner at home. Lily Rouse with a nice tag at the plate. 1 run does score, however, so Destiny leads 1-0. Bottom 4, Ayla Tuua has 10 straight strikeouts to open the game, but Peyton Placencia says not this time. She gets Rio Linda in the hit column. But other than that, Ayla Tuua had this game on lock. 12 outs, all via the strikeout through 4. You sensing a theme here? But she's not just a one-trick pony either. Top 6, Tuua leading off and blasting off. Into the night sky, send a search and rescue team for that thing. Her second homer of the season helps her own cause and puts the Lions up 2-0. But they weren't finished in the 6th. Runner on, 2 outs for Sophia Fontaine. The line drive gets past the right fielder, and it's off to the races for Fontaine. Savannah Newman scores, and Fontaine hustles in for an inside the Parker. That's her second homer in as many games, and it's 4-0 DCA. More than enough support for Ayla Tuua, who goes for 21 Ks on Thursday. 21! Last I checked, there's only 21 outs in a game. Real Linda was even in awe in the handshake line. LSU is getting a good one.
On the mound, I was just focused. That's really all I can do. Every time it's a new pitch, starting fresh and mentally. But it's just really great to know that I have my team behind me, so it's a great opportunity.
Time for our big picture top 10 softball rankings presented by LENIE'S Pictures. Hey, did you know that when you visit LENIE'Spictures.com, you can use the promo code NP7 at checkout and get $7 photo downloads exclusively through PREPS? It's a deal that you won't find anywhere else, and you won't find the big picture top 10 anywhere else. Here's our first set of softball rankings for 2025.
LENI'S Pictures is your go-to site for priceless photos and memorabilia. This local family business has captured great action shots for a decade, but there's so much more to offer with a personalized touch for team and individual photos, game day galleries, banners, yard signs, festive mementos for senior nights, team banquets, or even just to cheer your kid on at their games, all 100% custom made by LENI'S Pictures, any student, any season, any occasion. So make those memories last forever and visit LENI'Spictures.com and use the promo code NP7 for $7 photo downloads exclusively through PREPS. That's LENI'Spictures.com, your official photography sponsor for PREPS.
A huge thank you and shout out goes out to the great people at the Riley Grace Foundation for their support and sponsorship of our PREPS feature stories each week here in the spring. The Riley Grace Foundation provides support and resources for families experiencing the struggles that come along with pediatric cancer. We'll actually have more on the story of the Riley Grace Foundation next week, but for now, we take a look back at the Del Oro softball team, which, if you remember a few weeks back, went on a 30-day digital detox where they traded in their smartphones for good old-fashioned flip phones to take a break from social media, improve their mental health, and come together as a team. And now that they have their phones back, we wanted to check in with the team to see how they're doing on the softball field. And spoiler alert, they're doing pretty darn good. Let's check it out.
On January 31st, the Del Oro softball team did what most teens would probably have a difficult time with. They willingly gave up their smartphones and embarked on a 30-day digital detox with the hopes of improving and raising awareness for mental health and building unity among the team.
The first thing I would notice is the initial shock and awe, if you will. They all kind of played it, downplayed it, and tried to make it like it was no big deal. Within the first couple of days, flip phones are getting lost. They don't know where they're at. They bedazzled them, so they finally decorated them to make them personal. But, you know, at the end of the day, I couldn't see a difference in them because the season was honest. We were working so hard to keep the game going that I don't see them in all of that off time. But all of the reports I got from parents, school classmates, other school faculty, administrators said, hey, your kids are doing amazing, your kids are doing amazing.
A few girls admitted that they questioned if they were up for the task.
I was nervous about it. I think everyone else was too, but going into it, obviously it seems like something that like no teenage girl would want to do.
In this day and age, like everyone has a phone, everyone has an iPhone, cell phone. So everyone was scared to give it up, and we were like, what would we do in our free time? How would we communicate? How would we text? How would we get to our games that are away games? So everyone was a little nervous, and I was a little skeptical. Going into it, I was a little bit nervous because I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to do it, honestly, because I've never tried anything like that before. But coming out of it, I've realized that I'm a lot stronger than I think I am. And coming out of it, I realized that I really don't need my phone for everything, every time, like every second of my life, you know. I've been leaving my phone at home when I'm going out, like, it's really just shown me that social media takes a lot of time out of your day.
With all the extra time now on their hands, Del Oro took the opportunity to connect with each other. And it seemed to have a direct correlation with how they've begun the 2025 softball year. 1 month into the spring season, and the Golden Eagles sat at 9-0, outscoring opponents 81-14.
Definitely as a team we got closer, I would say. Just like we hung out a couple times without the phone, so built relationships.
I feel like our team definitely benefited from this, and I think that we overall have a better bond, and I think that our connection with everyone is amazing, and I think that will help us get to another possible championship this year.
I think that it was really something that was good for our team, and I think it would be a good thing for many people, but it really brought us all closer because obviously we don't have much to do, or nobody's going to sit there and scroll around at a team dinner, and it's just like we've gotten really close and all bonded, and it's like we're all friends in and out of softball because of that. And so it's really interesting to like come out here and play with your friends and win.
With the phone detox, we were all in the same boat, and it really forced us to mesh together and come together as a team. And I really think that's super important with any team, anywhere. If you get along with your teammates, you are going to outperform the other teams. Nobody died giving up their phone. Like, we all made it out alive. It wasn't that bad.
I think like the bond that we've created over those 30 days is going to last throughout the season.
Look at the great things that have come from what we've tried to do. If you can abstain, if you can tell yourself, I'm going to not do whatever it is for a period of time, you've shown the strength over it. You have strength over everything in your life, no matter what it is, no matter where it is. The game can have a different outcome because you can't always have strength over it. But the things you can control, you must, and you were able to control this. That is what a coach lives for, is any endeavor that means I've sacrificed, I've committed myself, and I've come out the other end better for it. What it has done to a group of girls to tie them together and make them feel a part of something bigger than themselves is incredible. And they did it. And I'm just so thoroughly proud, so proud of them.
From Del Oro High School, I'm Nick Pecoraro, and this is Premier Preps.
We've got a brand new feature on Premier Preps this spring, and it's the Character Team of the Week, presented by another one of our newest sponsors, ERIK'S DeliCafe, where they build sandwich specials and much more with character. And check this out, they've got a great buy one, get one deal for you when you order online from the Folsom or Roseville locations. Use the promo code FORVBOGO325. That's FORVBOGO325 to get hooked up today. Thanks again to ERIK'S DeliCafe for bringing us the Character Team of the Week each week this spring. And this week's character team is none other than the CIF State Champion Jesuit Boys Basketball Team. The Marauders came up short in the section championship game at Golden One Center this year, but stormed all the way back to the D2 state finals and played about as perfectly as you can possibly play in a 66-53 win over Chatsworth of LA County for the program's first ever state championship. Congratulations, Jesuit! You are this week's ERIK'S DeliCafe Character Team of the Week.
304, complaining of dizziness, lightheadedness. We're going to send EMS on the way, but can you take a ride over there?
10-4 on my way.
It's allowed our responders to get their hands on the next step of technologies that are facing EMS.
It saves you the time to ask the questions and really concentrate on treating the patient.
All right, back inside the gym we go for our first bit of boys volleyball coverage. And we start with the crosstown rivalry in Folsom, where the Folsom Bulldogs came into Vista del Lago on Friday. The Bulldogs have won 6 straight against the Eagles in this series, but the Eagles have something on the Bulldogs, and that's a pair of section championship banners in their gym. It's a reminder of where Folsom wants to be and can achieve with a strong team this year. But for now, bragging rights were at stake in Folsom on Friday.
The battle for Folsom going down Friday night at Vista del Lago. The Bulldogs have had the edge over the Eagles of late, but could Vista reverse its fortunes on Friday? Here we go. First set, Vista on the near side, but Folsom's on the attack. Diego Chavez goes down the line to get the Bulldogs off to a hot start. Vista's got something in return, though. Alex Tran sets Nikhil Pandya. That boy's got some springs. Back and forth we go in the first, and Vista is playing some defense too. Isaiah Manoa with the denial. Vista leads by 3 at this point, but Folsom closes the set as 6'7" Jack DeGraff gets up to throw down. Folsom wins set 1, 25-20. Switching sides for set 2, DeGraff goes back to work. Off the feed from Diego Chavez. Good luck trying to stop that thing. He's huffing and puffing and keeping the momentum going for the Bulldogs. Here's DeGraff from the other side now. This time he hits him with the silencer, and Folsom's on a roll in the second. This time Diego Chavez takes a turn hushing the crowd, and then Parker Dyson is going to go ahead and finish this thing with an exclamation point, and Folsom goes up 2-0 with a 25-20 win. On to set 3. Braden Carnes feeds Joshua Chitrapu. He had 12 kills to lead the Eagles. And then Nikhil Pandya takes another big swing, but Ryan Titus hits the deck to keep it up. And Jack DeGraff finds Parker Dyson, and Folsom is looking for the sweep. But not so fast, says Vista. The Eagles take set 3, 28-26, as Matthew Francesconi ends the set with a big-time rejection, and the Eagles are staying alive. In the fourth, Nikhil Pandya says, "Excuse me while I kiss the sky," but Folsom creates some separation midway through the set. Jack DeGraff, look at this serve. Little extra cheese on that thing. That ball is like, I'm out of here. And then Folsom gets out of here with a 4-set win, and all the land from Prairie City to Bidwell belongs to the Bulldogs.
I think we stayed consistent. Obviously, there was a lull in that third set, but we stayed consistent, stayed strong, and diversified our offense, and I think it really helped our team.
Let's take a look at our first set of boys volleyball top 10 rankings for the Sac Joaquin section. It's time for our Infinite Performance Plays of the Week. Infinite Performance Physical Therapy is here for you, especially if you've just had surgery and are in need of rehab and injury prevention exercises. Go ahead and connect with Infinite Performance Physical Therapy for all of your fitness and recovery needs. We have had a great response on social media lately with plays being sent in. You can continue to do so by tagging me with a short clip, letting me know what's going on with the play, even if I'm not at your game. Here's who we've got this week in our Infinite Performance Plays of the Week.
Okay, we start with Jesuit second baseman Tate Jackson. The backhand stab is impressive in itself, but the behind the back exchange for the out? Give him the trick play points. Same game, we've got Marauders center fielder Jordan Walzakowski. This play is tougher than it looks, but Jordan makes it look smoother than a fresh jar Skippy. Okay, still in the same game, this time we've got Oak Ridge left fielder Jason Womack laying out in the bottom of the 7th. That is a rally killer, and he helps the Trojans preserve a shutout. And how about Rio Linda center fielder Liv Johnson with a frickin' laser beam to shoot down the runner at home? Liv Johnson dropping dimes out here and blowing some smoke off of her pistol. And that is your Infinite Performance Play of the Week.
What's up, Infinite family? We have something new for you guys for 2025. We finally teamed up with My PT Hub and created the ultimate all-inclusive Infinite app. Within the app, you'll be able to purchase memberships, book and cancel sessions, and purchase online go-at-your-own-pace programs. Something new we're adding this year is becoming an infinite virtual athlete, where you have custom programs built for you, with video demonstrations to ensure you are doing the exercises properly. I'm super excited for this new addition and being able to create infinite built athletes no matter where you are in the world.
That's it for episode 31 of Premier Preps. A huge shout out and thank you goes out to all of our sponsors: Infinite Performance Physical Therapy, LENIE'S Pictures, Premier Championship Rings, and of course our new spring sponsors who've joined the Cool Kids Club, iPCR, ERIK'S DeliCafe, and the Riley Grace Foundation. We appreciate your support so much, and of course, we appreciate all of our subscribers and followers who tune in weekly on YouTube and catch up throughout the week on Foothill 7 TV on Comcast Channel 7. Premier Preps is giving high school sports in Sacramento the coverage it deserves. I'm Nick Pecoraro. We will see you next week.